Okay, so today we are finding slope with an equation. So thinking about slope, just remembering to yesterday, it is how fast a line is going up or down on a graph. So thinking of my equation, the equation for slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Pretty easy. All we're really doing all day is just practicing plugging stuff into this. So looking at it, point A is sitting at 0, and it goes up 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0, 4. B is at positive 1, and it went down by 1, so negative 1. Now what I want to do is go ahead and label all of my points. So I have x1, x1 and y1, and then x2 and y2. Now let's plug these points into my equation. So very first one, I want y2, so I have negative 1 minus y1, so minus 4. On the bottom, x2, so 1 minus x1, which is 0. So now I have negative 1 minus 4, which is negative 5, and 1 minus 0, which is 1. So my answer is just negative 5 over 1. Now you may be wondering, does it matter which one is x1, x2, or x1, y1, and x2, y2? It does not. It just matters that you have them together. So x1 and y1 have to be from the same point. You can't mix and match them, but you can switch them around if you want. My very next one. A is sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4, so 4 up 2. B is sitting at 2, down 1, so negative 1. Now let's go ahead and label this. This time I'm going to do it backwards just to show that it does work both ways. So let's call that x1, this one's y1, x2, y2. So y1 or y2, so 2 minus negative 1 over 4 minus 2. So 2 minus a negative, those become positive. So we have 3 over 2. There we go. Looking at it, we can even just double check and count it. So it went up 3. So yeah, that's what we got. And it went over 2, which is what we got. Okay, next page. So what if we don't have a graph? One more time, what's the equation for slope? We already found this, but let's try again. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We're going to label our points again. So I have x1, y1, x2, y2. Now we're going to plug that in. Like I said, we're doing the same exact thing again. So I have negative 15 minus negative 16 over negative 7 minus 19. So those become positives. So I have 1 over negative 26. My next one, I'm going to go ahead and label it again. So x1, y1, x2, y2. The labeling is just there to help me so that I don't forget which point I was working with. So I have negative 7 minus negative 19 over negative 2 minus 1. So those both become positive. So that gives me positive 12, over negative 3. I can simplify this a little bit though. So let me go ahead and just divide. So I have negative 4 over 1. You don't have to simplify, it just makes it easier when you are counting, if you were to actually graph all of this. For this next one, so I have, that's not working, x1, y1, x2, y2, so negative 4 minus 7 over negative 6 minus negative 4. So negative 4 minus 7, that's negative 11 over, these become pluses, so negative 2. So that becomes positive 11 over 2. If there is a negative on the top and the bottom, they cancel out, so it all becomes positive. Looking at my next one, again, I'm still just filling this out. So x1, y1, x2, y2. So I have 16 minus 8 over 9 minus 20. 16 minus 8 is 8 over negative 11. Go ahead and take a minute, pause the video. I want you to try the next two on your own, and then we'll come back together and check it. Okay, looking at it, we have x1, y1, x2, y2. Oh, not xy, x2, y2. Okay, so I have 8 minus negative 13 over 17 minus 17. That equals 21 over 0. Thinking about it, can I go up, could I walk up to a line that's y over 0? So it's not going left or right at all, it's just going straight up and down. Would that even be possible? No, you can't walk on a wall. That's impossible. So this is called undefined. So it would make a line that looks like this, just straight up and down. The next one, x1, y1, x2, y2. 3 minus 3 over 20 minus 19. So that is 0 over 1. Anything, or 0 divided by anything is still just 0, right? So I'm just going to say my slope is 0. It does not do anything. It just goes straight across. It looks like a line that goes, that's not a good line, goes straight across. Okay, so for the rest of the period, I want you to work on your homework, and then once you finish that, work on your Delta Math. Have a good rest of your day.